Hey guys, welcome to The Well. Today's topic is body image. First, let's start with what is body image? Body image is the subjective or mental picture someone has of their own body. How I personally like to think about it is not just, how we think about our physical body, but how we also perceive who we are in here. Even if we don't really think on a day-to-day basis about the concept of body image, it's definitely a very pervasive, consistent thing in our lives, especially with the rise of social media and everybody sharing their picture perfect bodies and lives. I'm gonna do some air quotes because nobody's perfect. But with the rise of social media and sharing platforms, it makes it really easy to compare who we are to what we see on a daily basis. And that type of constant comparison really has an effect on the way that you see yourself. Not only is that a very lonely thing, but it can be really damaging. Especially because people don't like to talk about what's really going on with them. So how can we combat this constant attack on how we view ourselves? I am a firm believer in God, and the saying goes, God don't make no mistakes. And that includes you. God didn't make a mistake with you. You are beautiful. And every single strand of hair, every freckle, every stretch mark, every snaggle tooth, every pinky toe is exactly how he intended to make it. So if the way that I look is exactly how I was supposed to look, then how can I possibly hate that, But we're all human, and sometimes it's hard to remember that, especially when you're having a bad day or you're just not feeling cute or whatever. It's hard to remember that. Personally, I think it's wrong to have one standard of beauty. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. Do you see how many types of people are out here? Beauty isn't mutually exclusive. Nobody was made exactly the same as any other person. So it doesn't even make any sense to try to adhere to one standard. Trying to live up to this one standard of beauty is honestly a really toxic thing. So my thought is, why prescribe to a man-made standard of beauty when we weren't even man-made? Let that sink in. We have to change the narrative that's been ingrained in our minds. So let's stop comparing ourselves to people who look nothing like us. Why not be our own standards of beauty? Why not say Ariel is what Ariel is supposed to look like? Let's celebrate and acknowledge and embrace each of our individual beauty. And let's be real, if everybody looked exactly the same, how boring would this world be? That would be like saying you're only allowed to eat cornflakes for the rest, unsweetened by the way, for the rest of your life. Oh my God, how horrible would that be? And on top of that, how about we get rid of the word ugly? Like, what even is ugly? Everybody is an individual for a reason. And there's beauty in every one of us. So ugly isn't even a thing. People just say, oh, that's ugly because it's the opposite of what the standard that society has set is. Ugly is such a meaningless and arbitrary word anyway. It's made up. It's only ever used to hurt other people anyway, which is just not cool. It's really whack, actually. If you don't find someone attractive, that's one thing. But to call them ugly? Now you're just being hurtful, and hurt people hurt people. So let's look at ourselves, reevaluate everything here, understand that who I am is who I'm supposed to be. What I look like is what I'm supposed to look like. But because we're human, we're not always gonna look in the mirror every day and love every every single, oh my God, every single thing that we see. And that's okay. It's okay. But what isn't okay is the negative self-talk and reinforcing those negative thoughts about yourself. Stop. Just stop. Cut it all out. Cut it out. Focus on the things that you can change. And if you want to change it, go ahead and change it. Ain't no shame in that game. We have to be able to rely on ourselves for those confidence boosts. That's not for anybody else to give to you. That is something that you have 100% control over. So remember, stop comparing yourself to other people. There are people in this world that wished they looked like you look. No more negative self-talk. Don't talk down about the parts of your body that you don't like. And definitely stop harping on the parts that you can't change. There's literally no point in beating yourself up about something that you literally have no control over. Make loving yourself a daily priority, because the negative self-talk cycle, it won't change overnight. It's gonna be a journey and a process. But we're in it together, okay? I got you. Say it with me. I am beautiful and my mental health matters. So thank you so much for joining this discussion today. Please leave a comment if you think I may have left anything out, or if you just have another perspective to add. I would absolutely love to hear from you. And thank you so much for watching. Much love, and see you next time on The Well.